So I wanted to chat about why I stopped doing keto. A lot of you guys have been asking me to follow up with that, and you're like, what's the update? If you didn't know, I did keto for about 8 weeks leading up to my wedding. That decision was driven by trying to lose the last 10 pounds before my wedding. I had a goal weight in mind and what I've been before a long time ago, and I was just trying to get back to that. You know, heard about keto, I heard it all over the internet, everyone's been talking about it, and like I saw all these YouTubers doing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is obviously the answer. You know, I tried it for myself. I got the Carb Manager app and I was like, 20 net carbs a day, let's do this. 20 net carbs a day is no joke. I mean, your key foods are bacon, eggs, avocado, nuts, really high fat foods, and like 0 to like very little carbs is what you're eating all day. So I sustained that for about 8 weeks before my wedding. And I will say the positive parts about that first. I did hit my goal weight for that. I did lose the last bit that I was hoping to. I had an insane amount of mental clarity, which actually don't hear a lot of people talking about. The mental clarity part of it was actually kind of crazy. Like I could think so clearly. I like was very in touch with my thoughts. It was actually really wild. That was probably one of the best parts about it. Just felt very focused, and I liked that a lot about it. And it was, I mean, I dropped that weight that I really wanted. I was like, whoa, this worked. But there were also some parts about keto for me that just didn't feel very natural. I mean, one being like, you know, having fruit would almost go against the keto diet. I mean, just to give you guys some context, and just as an example, eating 1 banana in your day would kick you out of ketosis. Like, it's that strict. So I think that started to make me feel a little like deprived, in the sense that I didn't feel like I had a lot of freedom of choice in terms of food, which I'm sure a lot of people can argue. There's tons of recipes and like, yes, but I didn't feel like the things I love, the foods I really appreciate in life, really did not sit well with keto diet. So it was hard for me to not feel a little deprived. I felt satiated, but I did also feel deprived in terms of choice, going out to restaurants and things. Yes, you can make things keto, but it wasn't like, it's like if I'm gonna go out to eat and it's a treat, I don't wanna like have the same foods that I have at home, and just, I don't know, I got a little tired of it. So that was a big factor. Another one was the amount of hair loss I had. I noticed in the shower, my hair was falling out, like really alarming amounts falling out when I put my hand through my hair and just looked down. But clearing out the drain, it was so much more frequent than I ever had before. That was actually freaking me out. And I know that's like a deficiency, since once you go really low carb, it's supposed to be a side effect. So you're supposed to start taking more magnesium and electrolytes to supplement it. And I don't know, it didn't feel natural to me to do that and to like go replenish it with this. So that I didn't love. I never felt so energetic in my life. The flip side to that was that it completely affected my sleeping cycle. I wasn't sleeping at night. Like I was like staring at the ceiling. I felt like I could work out at 3 a.m. but it was so, it was really neat at first. I was like, you know, working at night and just doing stuff, staying busy, but it just, again, didn't feel natural to not sleep. I love sleep. I wanted to sleep. It's like my mind wanted to, but my body wasn't gonna let me, and it was just weird. I almost felt like I was having an out-of-body experience, because I'm not the type of person who never sleeps. I'm like a bear. I can sleep the night away and sleep in, and I wasn't doing that. So it just started to feel unnatural and different, to where it kind of almost like freaked me out a little bit. It really gave me the short-term goal of what I wanted, which was to lose that last little bit of weight. And then I thought, okay, this is cool. Like, trying something different in my diet, but that's the thing. I think it felt too much like a diet and not a lifestyle. And again, I was in the headspace right before a wedding, so I was thinking about my wedding and wanting to look and feel my best. But then I go on my honeymoon, and I was not going to be keto on my honeymoon. I mean, let's be real. Like, if you guys haven't seen it, I did post a gaining weight on vacation video, which feel free to check out. I've just been really wanting to be open with you guys about all this stuff, but I will put it in the cards here, that I enjoyed myself on vacation and there was no regrets about that. And I am so much happier now, especially, it's a lot of pressure going into a wedding, which maybe you guys can relate to, but like wanting to look and feel your best and putting that pressure of like looking a certain way. So I went on my honeymoon and I enjoyed it so much, and I definitely went on the opposite side of like extreme of like enjoying myself, which I don't think is, you know, good to do all the time, but if you're on vacation, you're gonna do that. So I was kind of like, when I came home, I was like, okay, I need a middle of the ground road of all this between the two. Like I can't, you know, I just need to figure out my happy place. Like what makes me feel good, what motivates me to go to the gym, what I need to find this like sweet spot, which I feel like I have right now. So now what I'm doing is still tracking. I'm doing a not a low carb, but I'm having carbs that are just like normal, like I would say like 150 grams a day. And it's just, I am satiated. I feel like I have freedom of choice, like I'm eating fruit again. I do those things and I don't feel bad, and I feel like I need the carbs too, because I do a lot of high intensity workout at Orange Theory, and like it just nourishes me and like fuels me for my workouts, and you know, I love it. And if you guys are having trouble, you know, losing weight, and you're lowering your calories but you're confused on why you're not losing weight, track your macros. Like that's a huge thing. And so I've been doing that and just doing like a general like low carb, but nothing like 20 net carbs. That's like, it's just so hard, guys. Like it was just so hard for me. It might come naturally for you if you don't crave bread or anything like that. Like I love bread. I'm not going as far as keto. It's so hard, and the side effects started to freak me out and just not feel natural. So you have to do what feels right for you, and maybe what your doctor recommends. Could work for some people, could be working for you if you're watching. So don't take this as like a criticism on, you know, keto. It just personally did not sit well with me. And then also just, I felt like I was depriving myself, and I didn't like that it did feel like a diet for me and not a lifestyle. I think when you make that recognition for yourself of what's a diet versus what's sustainable for you and your lifestyle, and I'm not saying going and eating a cheeseburger every day is like, should be the lifestyle, but I mean finding just that like guilt-free, happy, working hard, motivated, like that sweet spot. It's really just finding that sweet spot, which I feel like I'm in right now. And I'm just like feel happier than ever in my skin, and I want that for you guys too, whether that is doing keto as a lifestyle or not doing keto as a lifestyle. I just wanted to be honest with you guys about it. If you guys have any questions about keto and my experience, again, I'm not a health expert. I just wanted to share my personal journey with it with you guys. So yeah, because I know it's all over the place on YouTube, and that's kind of how I found it, and like, you know, was curious about it. So if you have any questions at all, just let me know in the comments.